So let me ask you, do you have a favorite phrase in Halo that one of the voices that you've done?
Well, I actually do have a favorite phrase, but it never made it into the game.
Oh, what was that?
Because there was this thing, they tried to slip it in, and apparently they got caught. Somebody said, don't put this on the beta, because apparently they checked, and they were going to try it like once every 10,000 times. Seriously, it's like once every 10,000 times. If you shot one of your own guys, my voice would come on and you'd hear me say, Shady Mania, which I thought was hysterical. Microsoft didn't like it. They said, no, we can't do that. So everyone was a little bit bummed out because it was like, no, really? It seemed like that'd be fun.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Isn't that hysterical? I mean, they do stuff. It's the thing about it. Half the time, I don't know if this stuff is going to end up in the game or if they're just having fun.
Right.
It's like, make him say this. And every once in a while, they'll have me say things like, for someone's birthday or, just to mess with somebody, which cracks me up. And, they'll get into the room and they'll have, like, all these new things to say, just because they love to take what it sounds like. I mean, when I was doing the you suck for the next new game, I mean, I could hear them cracking up in the other room.
Everybody on the Bungie.net forums loves that soundbite of yours where you say you suck.
I know, it was hysterical. They were so funny, those guys. I mean, they were just cackling away, and I thought, yeah, whatever, that's great. But it's fun. I have to say, it's a great kind of acting to do.
Right.
Because I've done some old-time radio stuff with an organization in Seattle called Jim French Productions. They do kind of a suspense-like show, and they do the new adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and they've got a Seattle detective called Harry Nile, and, I've done some of their shows.
Right.
And I love it. I'm a huge old-time radio fan. Love the Mercury Theater, all that stuff, and, there's some great sites for that. I'm always so intrigued by how the voice and sound effects and stuff can appeal to the imagination.
Right.
I just think it's fantastic. So doing this kind of work is great. It's so much fun to do.
It kind of goes back to
the downside is trying to do that voice shreds my vocal cords.
Yeah, I read you had said something like that on Facebook.
It hurts like hell, but
yeah,
it's worth it.
Well, I want to ask, could you do a couple of silly phrases here that I came up with for the guys on the forums?
Sure.
They were wanting to hear you say a couple things. I'll tell you, man, we were upstairs. It was weird. We were upstairs playing Halo ODST, which is the one that came out after Halo 3. And she doesn't play much, but she was playing because it was my birthday, and I wanted her to kind of play a couple games with me. And you're up there, saying all your phrases and everything. And then I come down and check my Facebook, and you would send me a message. I'm like, honey, we were just playing and listening to Jeff up there, and we come down, and he left me a message. It was a really great birthday present. So I really appreciate you doing this.
Tell him my favorite part is that he does Broadway.
And she loves the fact that you do Broadway, by the way. And,
oh, well, thank you. That's been fun, actually.
And I would love to see some of your... I haven't been able to... I've looked online, looking for video or anything of you doing some of that kind of stuff, and I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, there's not a lot. I mean, the stuff has been fairly, discreet. The sort of biggest stuff I had to do was in the TV series The Fugitive some years ago.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe that's on Hulu or something like that, but it was on Into TV at AOL.com for a while. But then that whole thing blew up because they weren't paying anybody for it.
Right.
I never did get paid for it. But, I got paid the first time around.
And I did find you in what's the... I was going right on my head. The Rockefeller show, 30 Rock. There it is.
Yeah.
I did find you singing there.
I was so bummed out.
I know. I can't believe that would have been a hilarious line. I don't know why they didn't.
I thought so too, but that stuff happens. When I did the Law and Order, I had 3 scenes, and they were 10 minutes over, so they cut the third of my scenes. And I was like, no, what was the scene I actually got to do with Sam Waterston?
Yeah.
Who, was so incredibly cool, so great to work with.
That's cool.
It happens. They're not going to cut him, they're going to cut me.
Right.
They're not going to cut Alec Baldwin, they're going to cut me. So
exactly.
You really understand how that works.
Yeah. So are you? I was curious about your future projects. What are some things you're going to be working on, or can you reveal some things that?
Sure. Oh, sure. I mean, I'm going. Actually, I'm headed. As I say, I'm on my way right now to the Utah Shakespearean Festival, where I'm going to spend the summer performing. Role in Pride and Prejudice, and I'm also in a musical version of Great Expectations. I'll be there until August 28th.
My wife loves Pride and Prejudice.
I'll be in Chicago, and then after that, I'm not entirely sure. The one thing I do know about is I'm going to be directing a show in Seattle at Christmas, and I'm sort of just at that point where I'm trying to put together my season for next year. I'm talking to some folks about possibly taking over a theater in Chicago, small theater there. Talked to somebody here in Minneapolis today about the possibility of directing for them in the future. So,
wow.
You just keep working and looking for stuff. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
So I know you're most known for the video game stuff and Halo, but is that really your passion? Is the theater and Broadway and?
Well, I'm not so much Broadway, but the theater certainly is.
Right.
I love working. I always have worked in the theater. I mean, since I was 14.
Right.
And it's pretty much been, how I made my money and what I do for a living. And there's so many things about it. I love the literature that we work on in the best of circumstances. I love the great plays that I've had a chance to work on. I love the camaraderie, the sort of social aspect of it. Right. Because I know at this juncture, I've directed 160 professional productions.
Wow.
In the course of my career. And then acted in, dozens of plays. So I've done, I've worked with a lot of people.
That's great.
And a lot of, well-known people, many of them early in their careers. So, for instance, I directed Michael Emerson, who's Ben Linus on Lost. I've directed Norbert Leo Butz, who was in the producers on Urban Dirty Rotten Scoundrels on Broadway. Rick Karn, who used to be the Tool Time guy, and Kyle MacLachlan from Blue Velvet. They're all people I worked with at various points in their careers. So, and that's all fun. It's part of the fun of doing this.
I can imagine.
So, yeah. Well, listen, you better give me that stuff to record. My phone is going to die here in about 2 seconds.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, I sure will.
Well,
let's do some classic ones here. Can you say "Capture the Flag"?
Capture the flag.
This is awesome. How about "Double Kill"?
Double kill.
Okay, some silly stuff here. Please pass the salt.
Please pass the salt.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? I think I actually did that in the game.
I can see that. Yeah. Do you like Seinfeld?
Oh yeah.
Okay. How about these pretzels are making me thirsty?
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Oh, how about Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
You're giving James Earl Jones a run for his money.
Yeah.
I did have one guy, he plays Halo a lot. On the forum, he said that he doesn't have a leg. He's missing a leg. I don't know his story, but he wanted you to record for him to say, "Lost your leg." I'm not kidding.
Okay, sure. Lost your leg.
I'm sure he'll love that one. And I want you to do one for me to say Tom Houston rocks.
Tom Houston rocks.
Awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. This has been...
Absolutely. Listen, it's great talking to you. I'm going to have to get off the phone here, else this is going to die about any second. But
I understand. I appreciate
chatting with you guys, and, have fun playing that.
I sure will. I'll have a blast with this. This has been a great birthday present. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Absolutely, man. Take care.
And I'll see you on
Nice
Facebook.
to meet your wife as well. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great night, and I'll see you later.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Unbelievable.